What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Palm Springs Edge TV, your inside source for all that is music and entertainment from across the valley and beyond. As you may already know, I'm your host, Sarah D, providing you with your Palm Springs entertainment fix. In this special two-part premiere of Edge TV Summer 2010, we've loaded up the show with a ton of your favorite events, places, and people. And we felt there's no better place to do it than one of the sexiest and edgiest destinations in the Coachella Valley, Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. This fabulous casino and resort boasts 100,000 square feet in gaming, 250 luxury hotel rooms, 7 dining areas, a golf course, a concert hall, and multiple nightlife opportunities. Follow along this edition of Edge as we guide you through a first-hand experience of the jazz scene in Palm Springs, where we catch up with some of the most talented musicians to come out of the valley in decades. Then cruise over to LA to catch up with none other than legendary Dave Lombardo of the iconic thrash metal band Slayer. We also find ourselves at what turns out to be more than just your average bikini contest. So don't go anywhere, stay in your chair for all that and more as Edge brings you ringside seats for all the latest and greatest in music and entertainment from across the valley and beyond. Crystal Kelly, you are the star of Popsicle, right?
Yes, I am. I play the Devil's Daughter, and it's basically, I kind of let everybody do the dirty work for me. I never get my hands dirty. It's great. Everything was shot in locally, and it's basically about the Devil's Daughter goes to a local community and wants to collect her own collection of souls, and then there's a symbolic man that's a popsicle man, and he's basically the symbol of the community, and he has all the morals and virtues, and he basically is on to her and basically tries to stop her from doing all these horrific things. And
I had it in my head that I thought the popsicle guy was the bad guy.
No,
I had it completely wrong.
No, he's a good guy. I'm the bad guy, and I'm evil, and I'm making people do these horrific things in my name and my honor. And he basically tries to stop me, and you have to see what happens.
Does he stop her or not? So as far as being the popsicle man, I understand that you are kind of the moral conscience of the neighborhood. You are trying to set things right.
Exactly. I was basically possessed by an avenging angel of the Lord, if you could put it that way. So I'm like a vigilante of sorts.
Jeffrey Cobb's here with Edge TV, and we're interviewing Leslie Jean Porter, who is the producer and writer of the film that we've just watched. And Leslie Jean, what a terrific evening that we've had here. Now, what was your original impetus for the film?
It was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare, and it transcribed into a script, and then we brought on Bruce Fiegel, who's the director, and we contacted all our friends here in the Coachella Valley, and we put together a movie called Popsicle.
Now, it was a little bit horrifying. Now, what about the child scenario, that bringing children in and having distress and gore and so forth?
Well, that's for awareness. For in any neighborhood, terrific acts could happen, and for parents and people to be aware of that. And we're bringing proceeds to charity. And so the movie has a connotation of film, but also a purpose.
My name is Christiana Clancy. That's Christian with an A, and Clancy like Tom. And my part is a concerned mother that my daughter was lost and I can't find her. I'm completely freaked out like in real life, and my daughter in the movie is my real daughter. So it's pretty fantastic that
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
What was it like having your daughter in there and kind of putting her in that kind of role?
It's tough to watch it on screen. In person, it's easier because I'm with friends and I know everyone there is safe. I know it's not really happening, and I'm much more careful than that.
All right, Bruce Fiegel, the director of Popsicle the movie. We've been talking to the whole cast, crew, everyone that's involved, and now you.
It was a huge collaboration by a lot of family and friends that all came together and let me abuse them in front of the camera. A year ago in March, we started filming Popsicle here in the Valley, and it's come out. It's a lot of fun. Everybody did a great job. Everybody extended themselves and put everything they had into it, and it's a friends and family project that's really come out well.
What's up, guys? Sarah D here at Fantasy Springs Resort for the Fantasy Weekend. Over here we've got girls getting ready for the bikini contest. 30 girls vying for the best bikini bod. And then afterwards we've got a whole spectators area here. We're going to be watching the girls out on the water as they're going to try to push each other off using nothing but pillows and wearing nothing but bikinis. Let's go check out the show.
You make me feel like a star. Can you make me feel like a star? Can you make me shake and scream? Can you make me back now, baby? Can I leave you loving me? Can you make me feel like a star? Can you make me shake and scream? Can you make me back now, baby? Can I leave you loving me?
Are you exhausted?
Exhausted.
Yeah, that's hard work.
It's a lot of hard work.
Can you please me? If we did it on a magazine, if we did it on a silver screen, if we did it on the bathroom floor.
Did you have a good time tonight?
I had an excellent time tonight. A lot of events going on. The pillow.
Was that the highlight?
That was the highlight of my night.
Can you make me feel like a star? Can you make me shake and scream? Can you make me back now, baby? Can I leave you loving me? Can you make me lose my mind? Can you tease me? Can you make me wanna dream? Can you please me? If we did it on a magazine, if we did it on a silver screen, if we did it on the bathroom.
Hey, hello. Dr. C, breaking in on this. We're gonna heat this up a little more. Not that it's hot enough outside, but we're gonna heat it up where it counts, in your mind and all through your other nether regions. This is the deal. 30 beautiful women from all across the country competing in the National Pillow Fighting Championship at Fantasy Springs. What is that? 30 beautiful women in bikinis with oversized pillows going to town at each other. For what? $5,000. So they're serious, they're determined, and they're not messing around. And who knows what's gonna happen? What's gonna pop out or not pop out, but it's a good time, and dang, that will probably leave a good mark. That thing fits well. Dang, I like that bikini, that thing fits well. Ow, that's definitely gonna leave a blue. Oh, wait, I like her. Oh, look at the splash in that, boy. Oh, wait, that probably felt pretty good. Dang. Oh, dang, look at that one. Woo. Dang. Ouch. Oh, whoops, she's gonna be bummed when she watches that. Oh, dang, look at that one. Woo. Do your celebration dance. Do your celebration dance. Oh, it's the bring it on. Bring it on. I'm gonna go. Oh, look at the splash in that, boy. Oh, Wendy. Wait, what's her name? I want to talk to her later. Oh, look at the splash in that, boy. Ooh. Ow. Oh, I can't wait to talk to the winner. Whoa. Hey, look at the big hands on her. Holy. But Jesus. Arthur C coming to you live from Fantasy Springs Casino and the Ultimate Fantasy Weekend. And I'm talking to Allison, correct?
Hello.
I remember, thank God. And
Stacy.
Stacy. I lost on that one, but that's okay. So how did you guys enjoy so far this whole Fantasy Weekend, and how did you get involved?
Dude, it is amazing. I gotta say, it's a little windy, but we definitely had a great time tonight getting to watch the show.
It's the built-in wind effect for the photo shoots, but
yes.
maybe a little too much.
Sexy, sexy.
And yourself?
Yeah, I'm having a great time other than the hair. You know?
Yeah.
The
So
hair's
you guys,
a big mess.
is this your first time out in the desert? Have you done this event before?
No, I've been here one other time. And it's always a fun time, and so that's why I'm back.
Sweet, good times. Allison, you were a playmate in what issue? Which I probably have somewhere at home.
Oh, really?
Maybe. So I always want to know.
Yeah, you can ask me.
Knowing the turn-ons and turn-offs, is that going to actually help somebody?
Like if you did your research?
I read yours, and your turn-on said bald-headed guys with beards.
And a little bead.
But then the turn-off said the same thing, so I don't know what to do. I'm confused.
Oh, I'm very fickle. I don't know.
That's all right. Aren't all women? So what? We got you right? Yeah. Sorry. And you are from what issue? And
I was February.
February. Good. Yeah. They look amazing. I'm standing here next to them. They are utterly gorgeous. Thank you so much. You guys have fun. Good night. Go get ready for the big party, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Cheers.
The Indio Performing Arts Center is proud to present The Big Show Live, a lewd, crude, and socially unacceptable original sketch comedy.
There's a sketch where there's 3 cheerleaders and we play 2 of them, and it's kind of an ongoing sketch. And so today you'll see one of those sketches. And there's a pretty cool dynamic between the 3 of us. So
it's 3 girls trying to get into a Poison reunion concert. So yes, so we go to any measures that we can.
We don't have to worry about the pizza coming back up right before, right?
No, not especially for this. This is sketch comedy. This is the best.
Oh, who am I kidding? I'm fine, Licky. It's just the life of a vampire is just so taxing on my beauty sleep. It just seems like every night I wake up and just do the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, I play a talk show host. It's a couple, and they are married, but they're real dysfunctional. And my husband and I actually play the characters, and we actually wrote it, so it's really funny. Like, they're way dysfunctional.
How long have you guys been working as a team?
For the last 1.5 years or so. We do kids. We have a theater education company for kids, and so we do kids a lot, but then we do this, which is vastly different. They're completely polar opposites.
Anything live is so exciting because anything can happen at any moment.
How are you feeling as a proud father right now?
Oh, I'm just very proud of Trace. We live in Cincinnati, so I came out to see the show, and I've been out several times to see his shows, and we're just very proud of him. He's a talented young fella. This was a long trip, but he only does these periodically, so I got to take advantage of him when I can.
For now, it's more of a special event. You got to come and catch it, because if you catch it, you're not going to see it again.
Yeah.
Hideous, horrible, monstrous beast with long fangs and razor-sharp claws. And then she's all like, I don't love you anymore.
Well, what was he? An evil scientist?
Something much more terrifying.
A vampire!
An assistant deputy district attorney for Riverside County. I am here as part of a court-ordered community service program due to an unfortunate incident involving a few too many Budweisers and me running naked to the Stater Brothers produce section.
It's a special occasion tonight. It's one of our more ghastly shows. We have a range of shows here. Most of them are very sophisticated. Tonight happens to be the worst show imaginable, although truly we love it. And lots of people all having pizza and partying till they fall apart, I suppose, but it's a wonderful show.
Talk about a fun way to spend an evening and one of the best kept secrets in the Valley. The Indio Performing Arts Center, or IPAC, is a non-profit organization located in downtown Indio and features 3 movie theaters, 4 stage areas, and multiple professional productions throughout the year. They also have acting, stage, and dance classes for both children and adults. For more information on the IPAC, visit indioperformingartscenter.org. Now, let's find out what makes a hot jazz musician's dirty martini so dirty.
Hi, I'm Johnny Amazing Meza. I started out at a young age, probably 8 or 9 years old, on drums, and then later on I decided to play some guitar. The Beatles were big and I thought that would be cool to do. And then later on I started teaching myself how to play organ and then piano. And so piano finally became my final instrument that I decided to really decided to focus on. When I started working here years ago in the desert, primarily people wanted to hear music from Sinatra, Dean Martin, and so I kind of picked up on this music, and all of a sudden it became a part of me. I found out that my voice lent itself very well to singing that kind of music. This particular album, except for one cut, are all those great classics which I love to perform, and I think they will live on forever. However, I did include a bonus track. It's an extended mix of my song Dirty Martini, and what we did, why I included that song is I wanted to also let people know about this new CD which I will also be releasing soon. Called The New Smooth. I like jazz, I like funk, I like Brazilian jazz and Latin, and so I like to incorporate all these different elements into my music. And so when I came up with the song Dirty Martini, I specifically had that in mind, that kind of music. So I was able to incorporate the Banda Brothers with a different sound, with the great sax sound of Will Donato, my composition, and all of a sudden it became a great composition and a song, and of course in honor of the Dirty Martini, my favorite cocktail. And so it means something to me. It's something very special, and it also is a great sound. What makes a dirty martini dirty? Okay, well, for example, the cocktail that's made with, of course, gin or vodka. However, I like it made with vodka, a little bit of olive juice, straight up 2 olives, the Johnny Meza way. Johnny Meza way. Oh yeah. And that's what makes a martini dirty. What makes dirty martini, my composition dirty, is when you see the dancers dancing to it. The way they dance to it, it's very sensual, very sexual, and that's what I guess we could call dirty dancing to dirty martini. My new CD, The New Standard, will be available on iTunes and also on Rhapsody. And also if you can check with musemusic.com. I'm Johnny Amazing Meza, and you're watching Edge TV. Cheers.
When you want to rock.
97 KCLB rocks Metallica.
I want to hear some Green Day.
KCLB.
KCLB rock.
Ozzy. Linkin Park.
I tried so hard and got so far.
Foo Fighters.
When you want to rock, it's 93.7 KCLB rocks.
Whoa, hey, whoa, back it up. What are you guys doing in my pad? Usually I do some karate on you, if I knew any. Anyway, Arthur C. here, Edge TV's music correspondent, coming from Bitter Sand Studios in a hidden location somewhere in Indio, California. Shouldn't even told you that. Today we're going to be talking to some of the most influential people of their generation. First off, Natasha Lewin, managing editor of High Times magazine, and discussing the controversial issue of legalization and what passing it could mean for California. Next off, we're going to jump in the van, head down to Hollywood Boulevard to the Rainbow Bar and Grill an iconic establishment that every rock star and actor and this and that end up in the weekends having drinks always to this day. We're going to sit down with Dave Lombardo and his new band Film, discuss what they have going on, discuss Slayer and their new record, and some other tasty tidbits and some famous people that we talked to, and it's going to be a good time. So stay tuned. Edge TV. Alright, love, coming to you live from Bitter Sand Recording Studio in a hidden location somewhere in the desert. And once again, I have a very amazing special guest that graced us with her presence coming into my studio and talking to me today for Palm Springs Edge TV. Natasha from High Times Magazine.
I don't know why I put the quotes on.
You gotta do quotes. Quotes
it's
are
actually
fun.
italics.
That's what people know.
That's what managing editors do, I guess.
Well, that's why you're a managing editor of High Times Magazine. And I am a lowly dude doing this and whatever else I do.
Oh,
thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you so much for having me.
So yeah, it's like South by Southwest. You guys always do your High Times showcase.
Yep.
Have amazing bands, which we were part of this year.
Yeah, House of Broken
in
Promises.
Texas. Thank you so much. Which we even won a High Times Doobie Award, which
is
I just so happen to have right here for all you to see. We need to. We'll do that in post. Which is amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I presented it.
We worked so very hard. She did present it.
Give me some credit.
What's your views on, we have a new crop coming in November.
November 2010.
Actually, for recreational use of marijuana as opposed to medicinal use of marijuana. There's so many other aspects that is viable, like you can turn your diesel car or truck into a bio-hemp running vehicle.
Yeah.
I mean, just things that are that interesting
It's going to change everything in the nation. I mean, once California does it, it's like bowling. You just knock down the other pins.
I'm definitely curious to see how that vote is going to go, whether it's going to be a positive thing or it's going to pass or not pass.
Just because of the drug war in general is such a failure. I was about to swear.
Yeah.
But it's such a failure. Such a beeping failure. And I mean that on its own, just getting people who have been arrested for having some pot in their pocket and been in jail for such a long time, you know, anywhere up to I was just in Kentucky, and the first time you get caught with pot, I think it's under 5 grams or something like that. But the first time you get caught with it, you get a fine, maybe go to jail for a little bit, just a night, whatever. Second time you get caught, it's a felony. You can't get a job again. You can't vote.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
It's insane.
Yeah. So it's just for those reasons alone, to have this on the ballot is just gigantic.
It just shows the times of changing too, where it's not such, say, a bad aspect. I'm sure there's both sides of the story. We're not catering to either one, but it's just at least it's a positive aspect where it is where the state can vote. Mm-hmm. Everybody has their opportunity to utilize their, right to vote and say yay or nay, and there you go. Here we are neither yay nor nay. We're just trying to bring the information to the people, and everybody can make their own decision whether they agree or not, and that's America, and thank goodness that we have that opportunity where we can vote and have that opportunity, which we could not, and it just could be like, no, you can't do anything.
My name's Chyrstopher. I'm an artist here in Palm Springs, Coachella Valley, and I paint, I sculpt. My style, I would have to say, I've summed it up to impressionistic abstractism, which is a cross between the abstract and the impressionism with my own twist. Throw a lot of urban and street culture in there, as well as a lot of nature and worldly elements. My urban influence probably comes from the fact that I've traveled the world. I've been to most every major city, and a lot of my time has been spent in the inner city, and a lot of my triumphs through my struggles come through the city life. I guess one of my strengths is I will use anything to create art if I think it will further that cause. Any type of paint, any type of glaze. I use a lot of inks and I use a lot of dyes. The combination of those inks and dyes and combination of acrylics and oils, I get a lot of my bleeding effects that I think are an attribute to my work. My influences stem from both the impressionistic masters such as Monet, urban and folk artists. I draw strength off a lot of different artists. And technique, I never set out to try to paint like Picasso or Van Gogh, or I borrowed certain techniques and through my own vision and whatever I'm doing, I come up with what I come up with. There's no definite line between modern and abstract and impressionism with me. The way I paint is what I see in the canvas, what develops in the canvas. I try to mix a certain look with certain paintings. Sometimes paintings start off a little bit more traditional and old-fashioned, for lack of a better term, than what would be considered modern art today. Either way, I throw my own flair into it. The piece behind me is titled Witch Dance. That one might be construed as dark. Not necessarily what I had in mind when I named it that or painted it. Actually, the piece to my left is called Use. That one kind of has a dark image, even though the colors aren't as dark as they could be, I guess. The satisfaction and tranquility I get out of painting, especially for a living, sometimes it's a struggle and sometimes it's not a struggle, but I got here 3 years ago and I had a backpack. My subconscious plays a huge role in my work because I have had so many ups and downs in my life, and I've had to work to overcome different struggles. Through my artistic exploration, I've managed to find peace in my life with a lot of things that were stuck in my head that I couldn't quite figure out how to get rid of.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, that's it for the first episode of Edge TV's summer premiere. Stay tuned next week for more Arthur C., Dave Lombardo, jazz musicians Jackson Garrett, and more. We end this episode with coverage of our favorite music festivals: Coachella, South by Southwest, and Stagecoach. Until next time, stay edgy, Palm Springs. To be